Kamara Drive-In. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 8th season now in the league, Russell Wilson.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's Wilson. Hunter Henry brings it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Push him back. Push him back. Jam, 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 jam.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd down, Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now it's Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The Browns send out their punter now. Bruce Ellington back deep for the Niners. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. The former Sooner, Cody Ford, second-round pick back in April, guilty there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing is Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
2nd and 5 now. Watson, that's going to be caught by Richardson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Check, walk 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This is Dion Lewis, now in his 9th NFL season. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. A give to Kamara running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Smallwood. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he's going to keep it here. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flex by 4. Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll run it with Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try the air now with Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check my 50. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Wilson. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Wilson. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. From the 27, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, it's Hunt, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Wilson. And this is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. That'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. And Jeffrey's got it. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Come on, let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Draw play, it's Eckler, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. This is caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on second down. Watson got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Set. 19.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Come on, fellas.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure. Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Well, they did go run, so you were right. Maybe a little more breathing room for 4th down.
Well, no one wants to be accused of playing it safe, right? But instead, they would just reverse it and say, we're playing it smart.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Ellington now to return it. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, brother.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
What is that? 19. Time to go, night.
Watson on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but it's going to be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Complete. Richardson has it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They'll run on first down. Moss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson now to throw, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
Here's Wilson. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game. Yeah,
a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's our time. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. And it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Complete, it's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
Yeah, absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run. This is Hunt. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On first down, Hunt. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And caught by Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10.
Back to you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Danny Shelton breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A 43-yard attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now it's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Suck up for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now Wilson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and put and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Vinatieri's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
This is it. 19. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
On first down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Running on first down, Eckler. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So, my goodness, we just talked about it a second ago. They decide not to keep it on the ground, and now the incomplete pass, that really changes things.
Certainly does, because you want the clock running. And now with it stopped, might breathe some new life into this game.
Just like that.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Gutsy decision there, going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
So the victory here for San Francisco,
and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the 49ers, it took a few weeks, but they're into the win column now at 1-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.